Once the badge is ready to be issued, you can either issue it manually, the design beneficiaries will receive the badge automatically, or create a badge application form. The future beneficiaries could therefore apply for the badge by filling the application form. In Open Badge Factory, users with a creator role can create a badge application. In the section named Creator Tools, click on Badge Applications. Then select Create a new badge application. Start by choosing the badge on which you want to create an associated badge application. Then, select the associated approval method. You have the choice between 4 approval methods: the automatically without review method, the badge is issued automatically directly after the badge application is submitted, at the end of an event, for example, the claim code method, the badge is issued automatically as soon as the badge application is submitted, but under the condition of giving a specific claim code. The peer assessment method, the badge is issued after the application has been reviewed by a network of peers. The required badges the peers would need to be reviewers would have to be defined first. But the most frequently used is the after review method. Here, the badge application must be assessed by an internal assessor having the issuer role, or by an external assessor. Make sure you choose the right approval method. It has to be done carefully because you won't be able to change it. However, for a same badge, you can create several badge application forms with different approval methods. In this tutorial, we will create a badge application for this badge and set the after review method. With this first tab, we can specify instructions for issuers. A note to remind them, for example, to double check that the applicant is actually part of the training program. With the second tab, Form, we will configure the fields of the application form. Let's start by specifying instructions for beneficiaries, a note that will be added to the application form. For example, we can insist towards badge applicants on the importance for them to provide some documentation about relevant experiences associated with the badge. To set up the elements of the form, you can add a text input field for a short text field, a multi-line input for a paragraph, a file upload field, checkboxes, radio buttons, a select box, all with one option per line, and finally, static text, if you want to embed text in your form. For each field, you can specify the label, the associated help text, and also whether the field is required or not. Once your fields are created, you can rearrange them freely, edit them, or delete them. If you wish so, you can also save the form as a template for future badge applications. With the next tab, you can type the message that will be sent once the badge application is approved. By default, it will simply be the message configured when creating the badge. With the Reviewers tab, you can add a list of external reviewers. Indeed, by default, badge applications will be assessed by people with a creator or issuer role. But if you want someone, especially someone outside your organization, to review badge applications, you can enable external reviewers. You will need to specify the email addresses of these reviewers. and type in the message that will be sent to them, knowing that messages are sent once a day. With the Permissions tab, you can specify which user groups are allowed to review the request and which groups are allowed to edit the badge application. And with the Settings tab, you can set up the name of your badge application and the language used for the form. You can restrict the list of email domains allowed to submit this badge application. Only people with a specific format of email could then apply for the badge. Specify to which URL the applicant will be redirected after submitting the form. For example, on your website. All the elements provided in the request can be specified as associated with the badge, and therefore considered as pieces of evidence. You can enable it, disable it, or let the badge earner decide. Once all the elements of the badge application have been configured, you can enable the request by changing its status to active. You can then specify the period over which the badge application is active, unlimited by default. Your badge could be advertised in Open Badge Passport, so it could be available worldwide. And you could have people apply for it. You'll then have to describe how earners will be able to apply for the badge and target in which country the badge could be earned. Once you get the badge application URL address, you'll be able to transmit it to your targeted audience. You'll also receive a QR code and an HTML embed code. You can copy-paste this embed code on the learning management system or on your website. Let us get back to external reviewers. We wanted to let you know that you can also address the badge application assessment to different reviewers, based on the information given and selected in the form by the applicant. Just enable, on the related form element, the parameter named Filter Applications using this field. Once enabled, depending on the applicant's choice selection, the application assessment will be sent to a list of external reviewers. You just need to specify the reviewers' email addresses. And you can easily create your own rules. Have fun!